there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to film for you guys a Q&A. I asked on Instagram as well as the community tab here on YouTube if you guys had any questions for me, and you guys did have some. So this is part 2. I hope that you guys are going to enjoy it. I will link part 1 if you haven't seen it. So let's just get into it. Now I will quickly hop over to YouTube community tab and see what I have there. Okay, Kristen H says, when you opt to resell thrifted items, how do you typically resell them? So I'm working on that, but Instagram and maybe Etsy, maybe an actual brick and mortar place. I'm not sure, working on it, but right now I've just been doing Facebook Marketplace because it's easy. I don't have to ship anything, people pick it up, so that's that. Hillary asked, if you had 3 hours alone and couldn't go thrifting, what would you do? Because you know, if I had time alone, it would be thrifting, but if I couldn't go thrifting, it would be, let's see, I would just probably take a nap. I like to sleep. Take a nap, go for a walk, go to the library maybe, or a coffee shop, and just chill. I like to people watch, so maybe I'd go to a coffee shop, have a coffee, and people watch. Vivian says, have you lived anywhere else besides Canada? Nope, I've only ever lived in Canada. 876 Island Data says, what did you do before becoming a stay-at-home mom? I was a registered massage therapist, and I was the manager at a spa, like a front desk manager at a spa. Laura asks, what one thing, activity, feeling you've loved in each decade of your life so far? Let's see, from the ages of 0 to 10, I would say I enjoyed soccer. I liked playing soccer. I liked sort of just being active and jumping around. I had a nickname Monkey when I was a kid because I was crawling off the walls and jumping on everything and going all around. So being active from 0 to 10. From 10 to 20, I would say is when the love of thrifting began. And I liked to go to concerts, like shows, small scale concerts. And yeah, from 20 to 30, I would say I enjoyed trying new foods. I like going to restaurants and just trying different types of foods from 20 to 30. And then from 30 until now, 36, I would say, what has been one thing that I really enjoy? I guess just momming, being a mom, and being creative. I've really been enjoying being creative with thrifting and like transforming things, DIYing things, stuff like that. How would you describe yourself in a day-to-day life, like not the glimpses we see on YouTube? Shy, quiet, introverted, smart. Okay, so I would describe myself as very introverted, kind of lazy, a dreamer, a procrastinator, and just funny, I guess, maybe funny, I think. I like to laugh. Let's say that. I like to laugh. Sharon P says, how do you stay in shape? I just feel like I'm moving all the time with the kids. And how do I stay in shape? I eat well, like our family eats relatively well. Not to say that I don't like junk food, but we eat on the day-to-day basis pretty healthily. And I just have a quick metabolism. It hasn't slowed down yet, even though I'm 36. So yeah, I like to go for walks, and that's about it. What is your favorite recipe? I don't really cook that much. Dave cooks, but I shared one time a recipe of curry chicken, and so I can link that if I still have availability to link videos. I'll link that for you. What kind of wedding ring do you have, and what brand is it? So this is my wedding band here. It is a stainless steel band, and the brand is Tenno. My engagement ring is also tenno. I don't have it on right now. I don't wear it that often, but it has a pearl in it, and I really love it. It has a pearl with some diamonds on the side. It's also tenno, so not expensive. So actually, going back to the question on how to save money for a wedding, we didn't go all out with our rings because you know, a stainless steel band says as much as, you know, this band with a ton of diamonds in it. So I like this. It's nice and simple and classic. So anyway, that's that. Do you plan on having more children? No, I don't plan on having more children. Who knows? We haven't done anything permanent, but no, we don't plan on having any more children. I will link a video because I did share a very emotional video before on my channel, and it'll explain everything about that. So I will share that there. Oh my goodness, do you have a skincare routine? I do not have a skincare routine. I hardly wash my face. I don't put makeup caked on my face, and just blessed with naturally good skin, I guess. Are you vegan? Nope. Is that brown Converse shoes? Oh, in the picture, no, they're black Converse. Have you considered wearing contact lenses? No, my glasses are my thing. I don't really like contacts, they irritate my eyes. And what kind of job does your husband do for a living? So he is a graphic designer, and he's good at what he does. So yeah, how do you balance being a wife, mother, and resell and doing YouTube? So it's a hard balance, but you know, I don't work outside the home, so it's sort of a little bit easier to find a balance. I just sort of treat the YouTube as a part-time job, and I work when I can work, and it'll be easier once the kids go off to school in the fall. But yeah. Jessie L says, I think I've heard you say you're a maximist. Can you share your views on minimalism? So yes, it was kind of tongue-in-cheek way of saying that I do collect things. I am a bit of a maximalist. I think minimalism is awesome for people who are minimalists. It's just not for me. It's just sort of how I work out my creativity. It's sort of just setting things up around the house and finding certain things, like pairing things together. It's just how I work creatively. I just can't work in a minimal environment, or I can't live in a minimal environment. It's just not my thing. So is it overwhelming to store and organize so much stuff? So no, it's not overwhelming to me at all. Sometimes it can get overwhelming, but then I just go through and purge things. But it's hard to explain to someone who doesn't get it. But for me, it's just a creative thing, and it's the way I work. What do you call your clothing style? Vintage, boho, classic. I love your style. I would describe my clothing style as a little bit artsy, vintage, rock and roll. At least I want to think it's rock and roll. It's probably not. I'm probably just like an aging mom who wishes she were young. But anyway, sorry, I have a bit of a headache. I don't really know how I would describe my style, but just eclectic. And do you ever think your husband, and would we do a husband and wife Q&A? So he's kind of shy. I don't think that would ever happen. Maybe, I don't know. Does your family live primarily off your husband's income? Yes, we do. How do you and your husband budget for everything you and your children need? Soon to be first-time mom, stay-at-home mom here. So basically, how do we budget? We just look at what we need to spend, and I'm not really much of a money's person. But we just look at how much we need to spend and then set that aside, and then whatever's left over, we, you know, allocate different places for what we want to spend on. But needs come first, wants come second, obviously, and both of us know that. So I find that we don't become, we don't get behind because our wants never come before our needs, if that makes sense. So yeah, just keep that in mind, like what is really important. You have to buy groceries, you have to, you know, pay for your mortgage or your rent or whatever, and then go from there. And if there's a point where you don't, you can't pay for all your needs, then cut back to what those needs are, or, you know, maybe as when you're a stay-at-home mom, you can come up with some type of side hustle to do and, you know, make up the money that way. But you know, being home with the children is important to me, and it's probably important to you too. So you'll know where you're able to cut your budget if you need to. So that is that. What's your one piece of advice for new YouTubers? Let's see, I would just say you do you. So don't follow the trends of YouTube. Do what you want. Your followers will come to you. I haven't grown quickly, but I love to stay true to who I am, and I share what I want, and if the followers come to me, they do. If they don't, they don't, but I just continue sharing. Why did I start YouTube? I feel like I answered that. What's your favorite thing about YouTube? It's the creative aspect of it. It's the connecting with other people who are sort of on the same wavelength as you. So I really love that. Like you, Lindsay, I like watching your videos, and I like watching the creativity work in your head. Heather KS says, I was actually kind of curious to what type of music you liked growing up. I noticed some punk rock undertones to you and your family style. So Dave is definitely a metalhead slash punk. He was a punk rocker back in the day. I like a whole bunch of music. I definitely like rock and roll. I like the Foo Fighters growing up. I just actually went and saw them in concert for the first time in a long time. So that was fun. I like a whole range of music. I liked Veruca Salt growing up. I liked Tori Amos growing up. I liked Offspring growing up. I like Soundgarden growing up. I like Pearl Jam growing up. I don't know. I do, yeah, we like rock and roll in our family. Dave likes metal now mostly, so we do like loud music. I also like some quieter female bands, but anyway. Any advice for those renoing? To be honest, I've never actually lived through a reno or done a reno, so I don't really have any advice on that. Let's see, how long did it take you to get good at making videos and editing them? I'd say it took me like a year to finally feel confident and figure out little tips and tricks to make the videos well edited. But I am self-taught, so they're still not perfect, but I think I have, you know, some things down. And I got my new camera, it's the Canon G7X, about a year and a half into making videos, and I feel like that sort of makes a difference. And I figured out like the best lighting and stuff like that. So I'd say a year and a half, but my old videos I look back on and I sort of cringe. How do you get new viewers to come check out your channel? So I guess with tags, I guess with Instagram, sort of I work my Instagram and my YouTube together sometimes to sort of get viewers to go both places. And collabs, so collaborating with other YouTubers who are sort of doing the same thing you're doing, so you can sort of work with each other to share viewers. And yeah, just putting out consistent content. Jamie Fisher says, what are you reading? What are your favorite YouTube channels? What's your favorite lipsticks? Do you have pets? So we do actually just have a new pet. We got a fish. Jude got a fish. My favorite lipstick, I don't really have a favorite. I do like wearing lipstick. Lately I've been feeling lip glosses or lip chaps, colored lip chaps instead. I'm wearing, here it is. This is the one I'm wearing right now, and I really like it. So that's the one I'm wearing right now. What books am I reading? I'm not really reading much right now, to be honest. I haven't read a book in a little while. The last book I read was called Atlas, and that was a good read. But yeah, favorite YouTube channels, I just shared a video on that, so I will link it for you guys. What's your favorite tea? I just like peppermint tea, any brand. I'm not brand loyal. Favorite food, I like burritos or nachos. How do you schedule your day to keep your house, film, and time with family? Family comes first, house comes second, but maybe YouTube comes second and house comes third. I don't know, family comes first, and then whatever else I can add in, I add in. Which is why my videos have been a little bit relaxed lately, because I have been spending time with my family because it's summertime, so both my kids are home and we are enjoying our summer together. How do you clean the part of your All Stars and Chucks? Have you found a good way to keep them clean? So actually mine are quite dirty, but I do use a magic eraser on the tip. Like I'll put them through the wash, and then when they come out, I will use a magic eraser on the white part, and that works. If you could travel anywhere in the world for the sole purpose of thrifting, where would you go and why? So Europe for sure, maybe London, maybe like Amsterdam or something like that, where I feel like I could find some older pieces, because I like that Europe has such history, and so I would like to go there. Although I would also like to go to Australia. I feel like I've seen some cool things come out of Australia, so yeah, I would like to do that. What occupation can you envision each of your children pursuing one day? So they both want, Jude, I really feel like I could see him as a teacher. And Miriam, I could see her, I'm not really sure yet. Her personality is changing and developing and all the time, so I'm not really sure about Miriam, what I could see her doing. But she is very caring, so maybe like a therapist or something like that. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm not sure on Miriam. Do you have any future plans as your kids get older? I don't really have any future plans yet, except to continue growing this channel and doing the resale business. But that's it. Do you still plan on being a stay-at-home mom while they're in high school? Likely not. I will, you know, figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of my life sometime. But for now, when they're little, it's stay-at-home mom. I might go back to work and do something in the sort of office admin healthcare field, which is sort of what I wanted to do a long time ago. But anyway, yeah. Oh my goodness, there's still so many questions. Let's keep going here. What was your favorite activity growing up? I liked to do sports when I was growing up, which is funny because I'm not sporty now. Do I hope that my kids will do something? Yes, I hope my kids will do music and sports. What kind of coffee do you drink? I drink an espresso because I have it in a latte. Do you like to read? I did like to read. I haven't read in such a long time. I really want to get back to it. Okay, so I think I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. If I didn't get to your question, I will try and answer it in some form on social media soon. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed to my channel and you'd like to see more videos from me, please consider subscribing so you don't miss a video in the future. And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye!